Mad I'm the person they wanted to be. This ain't the that they wanted to see. Now they looking at me. Now everybody they looking at me.
Yo, what is up, guys? It's your boy BadgePlug, and today we have a lot of NBA 2K19 news and information to talk about. Real quick, I just want to say thank you for all the support lately. I'm going to get straight into the news after I talk about this, so please drop a like. But as you'll see in this gameplay about halfway through the video, I was getting a lot of full whites the other night, but I was getting green animations at the same time. I think it was some weird glitch in the game where I just wasn't getting greens, but they were obviously green because they were all going in. So let me know if you guys have had that issue or experience before with the green lights being full whites. But let's get straight into the news. So for those of you that missed the E-League 2K Championship last night, don't worry because I didn't watch it either. Anyway, Mr. Ronald, aka Ronnie 2K, he got on the mic with his heroic voice and he said Pro-Am will have private matchmaking next year. So there's going to be a private matchmaking in NBA 2K19 for Pro-Am players. Now, I see a lot of excitement with this, and I understand why you guys are excited because you wanted it in the game, a lot of you. But you gotta understand that it's been in the game before and it was taken out. And another thing is, you've already got private matchmaking for Play Now, for my team, and I'm pretty sure for All-Star Team Up or Team Up in general. So it's kind of weird why there wasn't already one for Pro-Am. It doesn't make sense to me, and that's why I'm not extremely excited about it. I'm not even a Pro-Am player. But you know, if it was cool news in the Pro-Am area, then I'd be excited, but I just don't understand why it wasn't already in the game. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's get into the next news. It is actually talking about this topic even deeper. So you all know Zach Timmerman, the producer for NBA 2K. He's been a producer for a long time. We've talked about his tweets in a bunch of videos. He said, "Your My Player will earn badges and will progress in private games, just like public Pro-Am. I don't have it in me to say it's lit, but it's definitely awesome." Now, as soon as I seen this, because I was streaming on YouTube, and as soon as I seen this, I was actually looking at my phone after the game and the notification popped up, so I seen it right away. And I was like, okay, I'm reading it. Wait, you can progress in private matchmaking? 2K, are you sure about this? Because, and I posted right under the tweet about less than 1 minute before after he tweeted it, and I said, you know, you guys gonna be monitoring this because there can be a lot of boosting going on, a lot of boosting for them badges and for that rep. And he actually comes back a few minutes later with this response right here. He says, "Boosting was discussed and is accounted for. Don't get too excited." Now, the funny thing about this, and I know I go on a rant about this just about every other video, is he could have just replied to my tweet. I mean, come on, bro. Like, it's very evident that I'm blacklisted for some reason by 2K. You could have just replied to my tweet, Zach. You know, I wouldn't have been mad if you just replied to my tweet, but it's whatever. So yeah, do not be boosting in this private matchmaking mode. Don't try it because you don't want to mess with 2K. Apparently, if you guys haven't seen the rules that they posted on Twitter about 2 to 3 weeks ago, the new rules for 2K19. Now, I didn't put this in a video because I didn't think it was that important. I mean, you guys should know not to cheat or you could face consequences, but you can't be cheating / boosting this year. You can't be quote-unquote account selling. I don't know how they would find out who's doing that. You can't be doing stuff like that or they will be banning people. Now, Agent, one of my favorite 2K YouTubers, right up there at the top, made a whole video about this, and I talked about it too a lot, but I know obviously Agent's word means a lot more to them. But I said, you know, are you guys gonna be banning these kids that are boosting, or is this just going to keep happening? Because 80 to 90% of the people that won Mountain Dew boosted this year, We've got a lot of people that boosted in the park for their record and stuff. You guys know that because I beat the quote-unquote player of the month a few months ago, and his record was like 8,000 wins and 200 losses. You guys remember that video if you're loyal. But supposedly not 100% positive because we haven't seen the enforcements yet because the game's not out. But supposedly you can't be boosting anymore, so you better be extremely careful with what you are doing. Even if you're playing one of your friends and a private thing and, you know, the game's almost over, you just need to be very careful and don't mess around and don't try to boost at all. Because if you get banned for boosting, you're probably going to get at least a month. Like at least a month from the game. Now I don't know if you would get banned from Xbox Live or PlayStation Network, but I think they would just ban you from the game itself. So be very careful with that, and let's get on to the next news of the video. So for our next tweet, and what I think is the most important of the video, in comparison with 2K18, there is more of a difference in my career between a point guard and shooting guard, as well as a power forward and center. When it comes to badges in 2K19, each position stands out on its own. Shooting guards and power forwards more desirable than before. So for those of you that are avid 2K, or you're not the the average expert of 2K. I don't know about 2K16 because I started Park in 17 basically. 2K17, 2K18, you don't make a shooting guard. There's no reason to make a shooting guard. Okay? There's no reason to make a power forward. Now you guys might have your little reasons down below, but trust me. I mean, you look at every single competitive player in the game, like in Park. You know, I'm not talking about Pro-Am, obviously. Maybe there is people who make power forwards for Pro-Am or shooting guards for Pro-Am. I don't think so, but you just don't make power forwards or shooting guards. There's no reason to. And it seems like this year we're going to be seeing a lot of shooting guards and power forwards for their certain position in which they want to be an expert in. You know what I'm saying? So, and I want to make a whole video basically about the archetype system and what I know about it so far. What we know about it so far. But let me know if you guys want me to make a video about that, because when we first got the archetype screenshot of, you know, where it was saying the height and stuff to change their attributes, I was way off. A lot of people were way off, and we know a lot more now about, you know, archetypes and stuff, but we're not gonna fully know the archetypes until the game comes out on the 31st. I mean, sorry, the prelude comes out on the 31st, and we're still not going to know everything about the archetypes until the actual game comes out. Because if you guys watch my last video, and I'll put it at the end of the video so you can click on it if you want to go watch it, but if you guys watched the last video, you know, we're not going to get those where you change the height and weight and you get to see every attribute that changes. We're not going to get that until the game actually comes out, because 2K just added it the other day because Chris Smoove was on Ronnie's head about it. He was saying that it's got to be in the game, so they went and did it, and Chris Smoove is a legend for that. He probably saved 2K19 a lot with that, because it's going to be a fan favorite. Like we should have had that forever. But anyway, let's get into the last two things of the video. Now I know this isn't going to matter to a lot of you, but like I said, I read every single comment, and I know that a lot of there's a good amount of my fans that only play my career or play it a lot. Point forwards, small forwards with primary passing and ball handling are now able to call plays in my career NBA games with the on-court badge. So that doesn't matter a lot to you guys that are playing Park, but let me say why it could matter for us Park players and stuff. If my career is the best way to get badges, then you might want to have that on-court coach so you can have the ball a lot. You know, you can do a lot of things with on-court coach. I don't need to go into deep detail. I'm sure you guys know. And the next tweet from Zach Timmerman is saying that shooting guards also with ball handling first in their archetype can have on-court coach. So if you guys are interested in that, you know, on-court coach, it's a very, very important badge for my career. Then make sure you have primary ball handling as your first archetype skill. But anyway, guys, that is the end of the video. Please leave your opinions down below. Please drop a like. It helps out my channel tremendously. You guys have no clue how much it helps just to click or tap that little button right next to subscribe. And if you haven't hit subscribe, hit the subscribe button also. It's your boy BadgePlug. You have been plugged in, and I'm out. Peace.